Nothing's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but is free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Whoa.
There was no Bobby McGee, was there?
Not in real life.
These iconic lines from Kris Kristofferson's Me and Bobby McGee take on a poignant new meaning as the music world mourns the loss of one of its greatest songwriters and performers. Kris Kristofferson, the prolific songwriter, actor, and country music legend, passed away peacefully at his home in Maui on September 28, 2024, at the age of 88. As we reflect on his extraordinary life and career, we're reminded of the indelible mark he left on American music and culture. Kristofferson's journey from Rhodes scholar to Nashville janitor to country music superstar was as unconventional as it was inspiring. Born into a military family, he was expected to follow a traditional career path. However, the allure of music proved too strong to resist. In an interview with Charlie Rose, Kristofferson recalled the moment he decided to pursue his passion.
I decided I'd get out of the Army and cause a small earthquake in my family.
Well, you had a great education, and I imagine they had other things planned for you than hillbilly music.
Yeah, they thought it was a real step down or a sign of insanity or something.
This decision to pursue music came at a significant personal cost. Kristofferson's family, particularly his mother, was initially disapproving of his choice. In the same interview, he elaborated.
No, she was horrified. Well, you have to understand that, I mean, from her point of view, I probably looked insane. I was pretty overqualified to be doing what I was doing, which was I was a janitor at a recording studio.
Despite the challenges, Kristofferson persevered, taking on various jobs to support his songwriting ambitions. His breakthrough came with the song Sunday Morning Comin Down, which became a hit for Johnny Cash. In another interview, he recounted the pivotal moment when Cash performed the song on his television show.
One of the biggest nights of my life was when John was going to sing Sunday Morning Comin Down on his show.
The producer wanted to take out a line in it, which is wishing the Lord that I was stoned. And John said, well, I'll think about it tonight.
John told me in the dressing room, he said, I don't give a damn what they say. He said, I'm going to say it the way Kris wrote it. And he said, there's nothing wrong with saying the truth. And that's the truth.
I was up here in the balcony looking down at him while he was singing the song, and he looked up at me at that line and said, wishing Lord that I was stoned. And I almost fell out of the balcony.
This moment not only launched Kristofferson's career, but also solidified his reputation as a songwriter, unafraid to tackle difficult subjects. The success of Sunday Morning Comin Down opened doors for Kristofferson, leading to more hit songs and eventually a career in acting. As Kristofferson's fame grew, he ventured into acting, starring in several high-profile films. However, this period also marked a time of personal struggle, particularly with alcohol addiction. In an interview he gave with the BBC in April 1978, Kristofferson reflected on his role in A Star Is Born and how it mirrored his own struggles.
I'm not the only self-destructive person who's ever gotten up on a stage, but I was representing a lot of them at the time.
Precisely what were you doing? I mean, what did this film show you about yourself? How bad was the drink problem?
My particular problem was a lot worse than I realized it was at the time, because I had been drinking heavily for 20 years. And by heavily, I mean up to a bottle and a half of whiskey, 2 bottles of whiskey a day, and a case of beer a day.
Kristofferson's journey to sobriety was a turning point in both his personal life and career. In the same interview, he described the transformation.
I wasn't aware of a problem before I made the decision. When I made it, it it was almost like a revelation. I knew immediately that it was right, and it was what happened was at the age of 40, it was like I took a handicap off of me. If I were a racehorse, I suddenly unloaded a lot of weight and was able to run without it now.
This newfound clarity allowed Kristofferson to focus on his music and family, leading to a resurgence in his career and personal happiness. In his later years, Kristofferson became increasingly vocal about social and political issues, using his music as a platform for change. In a 1984 interview, he expressed his views on the power of music.
Can music change things?
I think it can. I hope it can. I would hope that there's stuff like Springsteen's doing, and I'm doing, and Dylan's doing, and Jackson Brown. You know, I would hope that it would make awareness of problems that people might not be aware of right now, like Central America and like South Africa.
Kristofferson's impact on country music and songwriting is undeniable. His ability to craft deeply personal, poetic lyrics that resonated with a wide audience set him apart from his contemporaries. In a sit-down session on The Ralph Emery Show in 2010, he reflected on his songwriting process and the creation of one of his most famous songs, Me and Bobby McGee.
Fred was the guy that gave me the title. That's why he's got half the song in there. Fred had in his, over at Foster's studios, downstairs was, God, names were the killer for me. The Felice and Boodle O'Brien. Boodle O'Brien had an office there, and he had a secretary named Bobby McGee. And Fred said, I got a great song title for you. It's Me and Bobby McGee.
As we mourn the loss of this musical giant, we're reminded of the transformative power of his words and music. Kristofferson's legacy extends far beyond his chart-topping hits and acclaimed film roles. He was a voice for the downtrodden, a champion of artistic integrity, and a testament to the power of perseverance and redemption. In his later years, Kristofferson faced health challenges with the same courage and grace that characterized his entire life. Despite being diagnosed with Lyme disease and struggling with memory issues, he continued to perform and create music well into his 80s. His resilience and dedication to his craft inspired generations of musicians and fans alike. Kristofferson's passing marks the end of an era in country music. He was one of the last surviving members of the outlaw country movement that revolutionized the genre in the 1970s. Alongside contemporaries like Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Waylon Jennings, Kristofferson helped reshape country music, infusing it with a new level of poetic depth and social consciousness. As we bid farewell to Kris Kristofferson, we celebrate a life lived fully and authentically. His journey from a janitor at Columbia Records to a country music legend and acclaimed actor serves as an inspiration to aspiring artists everywhere. It proves that with talent, perseverance, and a willingness to confront one's own challenges, it's possible to leave an indelible mark on the world. In the end, Kristofferson's own words from his song To Beat the Devil perhaps best sum up his approach to life and art. Kris Kristofferson fed that hunger in his soul, and in doing so, he nourished the souls of millions around the world. His music, his words, and his indomitable spirit will continue to inspire and move us for generations to come. As we remember this legendary artist, we're reminded that true freedom isn't about having nothing left to lose, but about having the courage to pursue one's passion and speak one's truth, no matter the cost. Kris Kristofferson embodied that freedom, and the world is richer for it.